Hi everyone, I'm Madison. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag for 2024. Honestly, this year I have not read that many books. I've kind of been really behind according to my Goodreads, but I have had some really good reads this year. I've just been kind of slow to getting into them. So the first question is the best book that you've read so far in 2024. I have three. The first one being The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I don't have my physical copy, my sister is borrowing it, but I honestly think that that's going to be my number one read for the year. I adore that book. I frequently go through my annotations and reread them. That's also my first Ashley Poston book, so I'm excited for her new book to come out, and then also I need to read The Dead Romantic still, but I'm really enjoying her writing. It's just so beautiful. The next book I have is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I know this book didn't come out this year, same thing with The 7-Year Slip, but I read those this year, and this was definitely a 5-star read for me. I loved this book so much, and I'm so excited for the rest of the world to delve into it and stuff with Powerful and with Reckless. It was just such a good, easily done, everything that you want in a romantasy right there. So I love this book. The last book I have is A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I love this book. Honestly, I think for me, this topped beach read. It was just, I could relate to the characters so well, both of them, their family struggles and where they're at in life. It was just so relatable for me in just their personality sense. I adore this book. I read it in 2 sittings. So good. So those are my 3 5-star favorite books so far from this year. Next question is, what is the best sequel you've read so far? I haven't really read any new sequels or anything. The only one that I can think of is Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I read Done and Dusted, I think in April, and I loved that book. So I wanted to pick this one up immediately, and I really enjoyed this one. I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as Done and Dusted, but I had a lot of fun with this series, and I'm looking forward to finishing it out. It's so cute. The next question is new releases that you haven't read yet, but you really want to, and I have a few that I have not read yet, but I'm really looking forward to. They're mainly summary reads, so I'm going to get to them before the fall starts. The first one, not summary, is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I plan on reading this month before Reckless comes out next month. I'm just waiting till I'm in the mood to get my heart just ripped out of my chest, because I know what this is going to do to me. But it's so small, it's tiny, it's got the same size font as Powerful, so I know I'm gonna fly through this. Maybe a rainy day, I need to pick this up soon. The next one is Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I read, Butcher and Blackbird earlier, I think also in April, and it was so different from what I'm used to reading, and sometimes I just want a funny dark romance, and this gave me funny dark romance that's kind of hard to find. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Lachlan and Lark, I think, are the most interesting characters for me, so I'm really interested in seeing their story and where they go with it. The next book I have is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I actually was not planning on picking this book up. I read Meet Me at the Lake, I think in February this year, and I just hated that book, and I still have Every Summer After. I have not read it yet, so I was like, maybe I'll wait, read that one, see if I even like it, and then this will be my deciding factor. But then I read the back of it, and I was like, never mind, that looks so cute and interesting. Okay, I'm buying it. And then I've seen a lot of people that are giving this high star ratings, so I'm interested to see if I'm gonna agree with those star ratings. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to read this one. The last one I have is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. My book bestie, love her to death. She recommended this book because she just finished it, and she was like, Madison, you need to read it yesterday. It was so good. But I have not read any books by Abby Jimenez before, so I'm very interested in her writing style to see if I like it. A lot of people are go-tos for Emily Henry are also go-tos for her. So I've been enjoying Emily Henry's writing, so I'm hoping that I will like hers. So I really want to pick this book up before the end of this fall, or before the end of the summer. The next question is most anticipated releases for the second half of the year. I have a few. First being A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I know that technically comes out like next week, but I'm very excited for that book. Also, Reckless by Lauren Roberts. So I gotta read Powerful, so I can read that one. I'm so excited for it. Also, Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. I know that comes out later this year. So excited for that book. I cannot wait for Gus and Teddy's story, because how are we gonna make this work? I'm so excited for it. And then the last one, off the top of my head that I can think of, is Throne of Sins by Carrie Maniscalco. That is part of her like Princes of Hell series. If you've read Kingdom of the Wicked, you would know that Throne of the Fallen is like about the brothers, and Throne of Sins is about one of the other brothers. So I'm really excited for that one because I love that world so much. The next question is, what is your biggest disappointment? This book did not come out this year. It came out at the end of last year, but like nobody really finished it before last year, and that's Ruthless Vows. It's not that I didn't like this book. I did like this book, but I was disappointed at where it kind of went. I wanted more out of the book than what we got, because I adored Divine Rivals. It was just so cute and so good, and I love the like elements of the gods in there, and I just feel like it wasn't done to justice what I feel like it could have been. Not to say that I didn't give it 4 stars, but I was a little disappointed in this book, and I haven't really read too many other books yet this year, so unfortunately this one is my biggest disappointment. Sorry if the camera angle is different, my camera died. It's getting back to the questions. Your biggest surprise. My biggest surprise was the Throne of Glass series. I have not finished it yet. I was surprised at this far. I've read the first 4 books. Assassin's Blade is right there. I'm surprised about how I have no idea how I feel about this series yet. I thought I was going to eat this up and love it, and I got to Heir of Fire, and I think I rated it 4 stars. Like, I enjoyed the book. I mean, obviously, I enjoyed the book, but it put me in the worst reading slump ever, so I just haven't picked it back up, and I think that's my biggest surprise this year. Your favorite new author? Definitely Elsie Silver. I am in the middle of the Chestnut Spring series right now. I finished Flawless, and I'm in the middle of Heartless right now, and I'm just loving her writing style. It's so easy to get into, and I feel like I'm in the story itself, and it makes me laugh out loud, and I'm like highlighting every single page, especially of Heartless. Oh my goodness. I'm so surprised at how much I love her books, and I cannot wait to continue the series and also pick up her other series because it's just so good. Next question is your favorite fictional couples. I want to say definitely Kai and Peyton from Powerless. Kai is everything, so definitely those two. I would also say Kate and Willa from Heartless. I am in the middle of this book right now, actually, but I'm eating it up. I read all of this yesterday, and also if you see it, those are all my annotations. I dog ear my pages. Sorry. But I am eating this book up. So I think those are my 2 favorite characters, like character couples so far this year. Next question is your newest favorite characters, which I'm going to jump back into the Chestnut Spring series. I am loving all of the characters from this series for sure. They're just so interesting, and you definitely get more of them with each book. So I wouldn't say those, but I also want to say I'd like to mention this world as well. I am loving this world so much. I feel like I personally know these characters, and like I said, I'm so excited for Gus and Teddy. I cannot wait for that book. I hope it doesn't disappoint. So yeah, I think both my cowboy romances, I'm getting into it. I really like these worlds, and I love the found family aspect of both series so much. Found family is like so important to me when reading a like series, So yeah. The next question is a book that made you cry. Gotta bring it up again, The 7-Year Slip. That book had me tearing up at like 5 in the morning reading it. Love that book so much. Next question, and I think the last question, no, I lied. The next question is a book that made you happy, and I obviously have to say Beach Read by Emily Henry. I read this in January this year while I was on vacation, and it was my first Emily Henry book. Loved this book, so many good quotes, but also, again, 7-Year Slip, it made me sad, it made me so happy. And this book, love, 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 love. The next question is the most beautiful book that you bought this year. I don't know, I feel like I don't really have any. As awful as that sounds, like, I think Powerless is really pretty, Powerful is really pretty, I like the covers on that. I think I really like Funny Story. I think the cover is really pretty on this one. I love the blue, purple blue, whatever color in it, but I don't have any like beautiful editions. I used to have an Illumicrate subscription. That's where all of these books are up here, but I canceled that last year just because I wasn't reading the books. So I don't really have any. The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I think my obvious answer is going to be the Throne of Glass series. I need to finish this. I don't dislike the series, like I said. I want to finish it because I did enjoy it and I am enjoying it. I think Heir of Fire was just so good that it put me in a reading slump to the point where I have not wanted to pick up fantasy. The only fantasy that I've really picked up this year is, since then, was Throne of the Fallen and I think Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. And that's it. I have been reading I have been reading only romance since then. So I definitely want to pick this up and finish it by the end of the year. I think another series that I really want to pick up and finish this year is the Caraval trilogy. I have it right here. I loved Once Upon a Broken Heart so much. I love that series. I just love the world that is Caraval, so I really want to read those 3 books by the end of the year. I think those are the only ones that I like need to read. I've been really into mood reading, so. And those are all of the questions for this video. If you have any other questions, please comment them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.